if I could peel off the skin that I'm in and leave this body and just incarnate in the reality that I see for myself, I'd do it, but I'd be unprepared. I wouldn't be ready. I'd still have baggage, trauma. I'd still have unfinished business. And there's this knowing that I can't go any quicker. It can't change any quicker. I can't make it go any faster. And this just is. And whatever it is, however I feel, and whatever this is okay and is valid. It's serving its purpose. It's for a reason. Yada, yada, yada. And that the only thing that I can do is my best. And the only thing that I can do is exist and breathe, take my time and speak kindly to myself, show up to the best of my abilities. To the best of my abilities for my responsibilities is the only thing that I can do. I hear a lot about transformations and transitions, and the process is a lot more tedious and longer. Everything is losing its power and its position. I don't care who you are. I don't care what we had. I don't care what I did. I don't care where it is. I don't care how. Like, focus on yourself, because you are not my main priority. Focus on yourself, because I'm not worried about you. Focus on yourself, because I'm not going to make you happy. So focus on yourself and do what's in your best interest, because I'm not looking for a partnership or a commitment with you. I'm not looking to fit your vision or your plan. I'm my sole priority. I'm my main priority. I could care less if I look selfish, uncooperative, disobedient, rebellious, privileged, bougie. I said I was done. I don't even want anyone going the extra mile to like try to satisfy me or make me happy, because you don't. It ran its course, and I'm learning to accept that. So don't go the extra mile to try to make me happy. Why go the extra mile now when we've all been slacking in love and life and career and all these aspects or different aspects of our lives? We've been slacking. Why try to show up now for you when I'm over it, and I could really care less where you are and where your stance is in this dynamic? Why show up now? Why try to change now, be different now? Why care now? Why are you looking now? Why are you noticing now? Why are you seeing it or hearing me now? When I'm damn near out the door, when I'm 1 foot out the door, you hear now, you see now, you feel now, you listen now, you have empathy now, sympathy now. It's too late. It's too late. All your gestures are going to go unnoticed or underappreciated because I'm 1 foot out of the door. It doesn't even matter anymore. And there's a sense of coming to accept that we just go no further. There is no more that I have to offer this dynamic, and there is no more that this dynamic can offer me. Like, if this door shuts, put a lock on it. Put a lock on both ends of the knobs, so you can't come to me and I can't go back to you. So you can't follow me and I can't return on to you. That's how finished this feels. That's how done and finalized this feels. Done with the habits, the patterns, the lifestyle, the relationship, partnership, the job, the friendships, the family members. I'm done with everything that no longer serves me. I'm finished with everything unaligned, uncooperative. I'm learning how to stand firm in that decision, knowing that, you know what, I may look like an asshole, I may look stubborn, I may look like a fool, and that's okay. That's an outsider's view. But I have a certain level of understanding and understanding within myself, and this feels right. This feels brave. This feels like the next best thing that can happen to me. And this feels like the next best thing for my path, for my journey, for my experience, incarnation, for my life, for my future. This feels like the next best thing. It'll keep you stuck on a loop, for real, because I remember the other day, I was really loving myself. And I felt like there was this energy that was like, no, love us and only us and be with us. And like, it made me feel bad for loving me, or it made me feel wrong or disobedient or like defiant in a way, or like unrighteous or unholy for loving on me. And I realized what I had experienced was gaslighted. I remember just having a small moment of feeling gaslighted, and I won't go into detail, but there was this feeling of feeling gaslighted, and I had to recognize, like, I'm grown. Like, I don't belong to you. I don't owe you anything. I don't even owe you. You don't have control over me. You don't have ownership over me. You don't get to tell me to stay and no, don't do this, do that. You don't have control over me. You don't have power over me. You don't have say-so. You don't have authority or the wherewithal to make me move how you want me to move, or when you say to move, and do what you want me to do, or what you feel is in my best interest. The audacity, because you don't even have the authority. It's like, I know what I'm looking for, I know what I need, and I know you're not that. You don't fit the script. You don't fit the script of what it is that I'm looking for in my story, in my future, in my journey, on my path. But I'm like, I don't feel guilty. I'm doing something that's okay with me. That's okay with my spirit. It don't feel, and it was just like, wait, I'm doing the same shit again. I'm crying about the same shit again. I'm feeling guilty about the same shit again. I'm like, I'm done with that. And I'm like, I snapped out of it. And I'm like, what? Like, that's old. That's old. That's like old patterns, old belief systems and ideologies, practices, habits, jobs, careers, people, family, friends, trying to recycle themselves back into my conscious or my psyche or my mind. It's like, why do I feel like I owe people an explanation for changing, for evolving, for transforming, transitioning, for growing? Why do I feel like I owe someone an explanation? Why do I feel like I owe someone an expose or PowerPoint presentation? Why do I feel like I owe them a pep talk or a spiritual talk? Like, yeah, see, this is why I've been coming to these revelations and this is why I'm doing what I'm doing. Like, hell no, not anymore. That may have been me then, but me now is like, hell no. Do what you feel is best on your journey. Like, this shit is old. There's this sense of hearing phrases, the same old conversations, the same old phrases, the same old responses. And like we've talked about this, the same old responses and reactions. And it's just like, this is old. You've caught on, but not only have you caught on, it's like you're ahead of it now, where you can recognize like, this is old. This dynamic is old. Your response, you still doing and responding and reacting in the same way. I've moved on. I've evolved from that. I've matured from that. And making that separation, that mental separation, that energetic separation, that physical and soon to be physical separation, I feel like a lot of people, or a unique collective of people, will be moving, and physically so. Because especially if you are in close proximity or you're in the same vicinity as these family members, friends, or these patterns, lifestyle habits, there's going to be a need to move physically because it's unaligned. You can't even be that in that close of a proximity of what's unaligned to you. It has to remove itself. So like I said, when that door closes, lock both sides. So you can't follow me and I can't return on to you. It served its purpose. And that being okay, and that being the next best decision, is just to make the decision, just to be firm in that decision and stand firm in that boundary. This is a breakup or a separation unlike any other because it's so conscious. You're conscious of it energetically, spiritually, physically. You're aware of what it's done and what it's been, and the effects that it's been having on your day-to-day life or your past. You as a person, how it's been impeding on your growth and development. You're understanding and recognizing your part, your decisions, and we're living in the consequences of our actions, or we're understanding why certain consequences came about for those actions, and we're accepting, we're releasing, we're forgiving, and this is just the process. We're okay, and then we're not okay. We're happy, and then we're sad. We're hot, cold. We're yes, then no. We're in, then we're out. We're up, then we're down. Hey. And that's okay, because this isn't a linear experience. We're purging it as it comes along in its most purest and natural form. It's coming up and it's coming out. When it comes about, comes up, or come around. And we're still efficient and we're still effective. I'm just not having the strength to show up in these moments doesn't mean you're weak or you're weakened. There are other areas in which we are processing, and that has taken up the majority of our strength. So rest is important, kindness is important, compassion is important. There's really nothing left to say. I'm done with everything. It's kind of like I've pulled my power and my energy, my time. I've pulled my spiritual being out of people's lives, if that makes sense. Like I truly feel like we're in a state of pulling ourselves and our power out of people's lives, out of certain jobs, careers, lifestyles, and habits. We're pulling away from them. We're severing them, shattering them, breaking them, like we've been speaking about. We are truly getting away. We are truly unaligning, detaching, releasing ourselves from any and every dynamic that no longer serves us or fits us. Truly. So I look at certain relationships in my life and I recognize how far gone I am from that pattern. It's like the distance between ourselves and the pattern, ourselves and the lifestyle, ourselves and the habit is miles away, planets away, universes away. I look at certain people in my life and I'm just like, wow, I'm so far gone from this. And it doesn't necessarily feel like a bad thing. It feels effective. I've been trying to release this. I've been trying to evolve from this and grow, because that's my birthright and I can do that. It doesn't feel like a walk in the park. It's actually very bittersweet, and that just goes to show you that life is life. Life is for real. You lived, you've loved, you've laughed, and you've created memories, you've created boundaries, you've created stagnancy, you've created, whatever you created, codependency, you've created, like, whatever you've created in the dynamic of whatever aspect in your life. I don't know, it just feels like being miles away from it. I look at certain relationship dynamics and I'm like, it's like getting away from it. There's distance between us. There's distance between me and this pattern, this lifestyle, this habit. I'm 1 foot out the door and I have no intentions of turning around. It's like walking away and not looking back. There's a sense of we've walked away and we are not looking back. I'm getting like, if you're reading this, it's too late. If you're watching this, it's too late. If you're hearing this, it's too late. The distance between us is, we're mountains away. We're miles away. And so, yes, it's feeling miles away. So that's just where it is. That's just what it feels like. I've got 1 foot out the door and I have no intentions of looking back or turning around. And when that door shuts, and it doesn't feel like the door or the season, the chapter is that far away from closing, lock both sides so that this cannot follow me and I cannot return onto this. You're that done, that finished, that over it. And I think that's beautiful, because wherever there's an ending, there's a beginning. Don't get too caught up in the ending to the point that you can't recognize your beginning, because there's always something new. There's always a way forward. There's always a north node. There's always a trail to blaze. And don't be so in a rush to carve that path or blaze that trail, and knowing that it'll come to you naturally. Your ending has to be met with a beginning, but respecting and embracing that in between time, that you'll need time to regather yourself, and that's valid too. But yes, it's getting noisy, so yes, that is all that I have, guys. Thank you so very much for tuning in. Blessings on your journey, and I'll see you soon.